Hey, welcome to the Old School Show. I'm your host, Coach L.O. Grant, longtime football and wrestling coach for over 30 years and now retired. Hang on, because we got some good stories for you. Yeah, I'm going to take you way, way back for this one. It was 1956. Yes, true story. And my dad took me to my first football game. I was 5 years old. And I still remembered the two teams. It was Woodruff against East Peoria. It was the first sporting event that I can remember that I had ever been to. Of course, all these years later, I can only remember bits and pieces. I can remember a few pictures in my head of the teams lined up against each other and the play unfolding, and that's about it. But what I do remember is that as a 5-year-old, I completely fell in love with the game of football. I couldn't get it out of my head. I thought about it all night. Heck, I'd probably dreamed about it all night. And that probably kicked off my love affair with football and continues to this day. Now, it just so happened that the very next Christmas, which was only a few months later, my little brother Dan and I got brand new football uniforms for Christmas. Oh, they weren't much, but we loved them. I can remember that our football uniforms came with a red helmet, a single bar face mask, shoulder pads, a red jersey, and white pants. That was it. But on the back of our jerseys, Mom and Dad had sewn on big numbers. Mine was number 51, my brother's was 53. Why those numbers? Well, I was born in 1951 and my brother was born in 1953. We thought that was about the coolest thing that can be. We also had a football, and I can't remember if the football was a gift or if we already had one, but it was a football. The first thing we did was go out in the backyard and played a simple game of tackle football. Whoever had the ball ran around the yard trying to evade the other guy. The other guy tried to tackle the guy with a football. So there we were, my brother and I, running around the yard and tackling each other. Once I tackled him, he'd hand me the ball and I would take off running. He'd chase me around until he'd tackle me. Of course, it took him a little longer to tackle me because I was a little older. And by the way, every time we would tackle each other, we would check our uniforms to see how dirty they were getting, because to us, the dirtier the uniform, the better. We loved it when our white pants had good muddy streaks on them. To us, that meant that we were really playing football. The dirtier, the better. We wanted to look just like the guys on TV that were playing in college and in the pros. Remember, these were the 50s. There was no artificial turf. Everyone played on natural grass, and some of the fields got pretty muddy. To me, that was the look of a football player, so when my brother and I got dirty, it was great. And you know what? To this day, one of the reasons I don't like football played on turf is because the players don't get dirty. Now, isn't that silly for a 73-year-old to say? But I guess that's the little kid in me. Play football and get dirty. That's how you play the game. So, it all started when I saw that first football game in '56 with my dad. What about you? How did you get started in football? What's your first memory? What got you going about the game? Let me know. Share some of your stories in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. We'll see you next time on the Old School Podcast. Thanks for listening.